Hey everybody, Wayne here. In today's Let's Play, we're going to be playing through a complete game of Pickett's Charge, the last attack at Gettysburg, July 3rd, 1863. Published by White Dog Games, designed by Michael Kennedy, who is also the owner-operator of White Dog Games. Map art by Jose Farah. This video is being filmed and will be uploaded close to the anniversary of the Battle of Gettysburg, so I figured this would be a good time to put it up. I also have had a couple people ask about the game, funny enough. Of course, you guys may be watching it any time, but yeah, I just thought it'd be fun. Sometimes I like to do games, around the anniversary of when that battle was. So this is a self-professed, self-described beer and pretzels style solitaire game. And let me be clear, it does have solitaire rules. You play as the Confederates, the rebels here, making your charge. Be kind of even more grisly the other way, right? If you played as the Union, literally just shooting at the rebels as they run at you. I mean, hey, I guess if you wanted to play it that way, you could. But the way the game comes, you play as the rebels. You're making your charge. There's some optional rules, some like different scenarios with, say, maybe if the Confederate artillery bombardment had been more effective, or the attack was coordinated with Culp's Hill, Jeb Stuart's cavalry was more effective, etc., etc. It actually has some of those scenarios. So even though this game literally is about 2 pages of rules, well, make it 3. There's a cover page, 1, 2, and 3. The game itself, very simple, clearly, but there's some fun to it. So again, this isn't a full review or anything. I'll describe things as I go, but other than that, can't think of anything else. Oh, well, I guess I could describe the units. I mean, pretty standard, pretty common, pretty obvious. You're going to have Union and Rebel units. Obviously, Union in blue, Rebels in more of a gray, butternutty, whatever you want to call it. Here we have a couple units. So with our Union, you can see the flags for opposing sides in the backdrop there, kind of in the background. This Union infantry, Hayes Division, you see an infantryman there. Strength point of 2, Sherrill's Brigade. Confederate artillery, strength point of 4. And in this game, strength points are going to be how many dice you're going to be rolling during the combat. That number in the bottom right, that red number, that's the starting hex. And obviously you can see the artillery there, Eshelman's artillery there. So anyway, I got the game all set up for the regular scenario. I'll explain things as I go. I think it's enough for an introduction. That's 3 minutes? That's plenty. Let's get into the game. All right, the game will be made up of 8 turns, but there also is actually going to be 2 phases or 2 steps that are pre-game, basically before turn 1 even begins. First will be the Confederate pre-attack bombardment. So this is, the softening up traditionally happened in, Civil War battles, American Civil War battles. Artillery is going to be attacking the Union, and then we're going to check for the post-bombardment, the Confederate artillery, check to see how effective they are. Odds are some of them are going to end up getting reduced. So that's another thing with the strength points. A lot of them will have a reduced side. So, 4 SPs, 2 SPs on the reduced side. So, all right, first step, Confederate pre-attack bombardment. For each of the rebel artillery, we can select a Union unit, roll a 1d6. And the way they do it for this one particular step is all units are in range and line of sight. Otherwise, normally you have to worry about range and line of sight. With this, you do not. You basically just pick whatever you want. So let's go ahead and do that. And there's a max of 1 hit. So what we'll do, let's go ahead and work our way from the right to the left here. So Alexander artillery here. Let's attack this infantryman up front here. Yeah, let's do that. So he has 4 strength, so roll 4 dice. And what we're going to do is we're going to get a hit. In this case, we're going to get a hit on 5 or 6. Again, these are special rules just for this step, not the regular artillery rules or anything. So, all right, so we got 1 hit. We're attacking Stenard here. So we'll flip him over. Eshelman, he also has 4 strength points. Let's attack the same. Let's try to push him back if we can. Okay, all misses. Cabal artillery will attack the same. All right, jeez, terrible rolling. Number 5 or 6s. Deering artillery, same. There we go. 3 hits. You can only do a max of 1 hit at a time, but it does reduce him. Let me see if he has a reduced counter. He does. Reduce down to 1 here. I don't know if the regular rules apply for the hit. Normally what it is that, and we'll get into this with combat, but basically sixes, if you roll a 6 when you're attacking, that's going to force a retreat. If you roll a 5, or depending, and maybe basically anything less than 6, it's going to be a hit that actually takes away their strength points. I'm not sure how it works with this, if those 6s would have been retreats or not, but the way the rules written seem to be just hits, so we're just going to play it that way. All right, let's have Macintosh. Let's go ahead and attack the infantry here. Harrow's Brigade. Let's see, Macintosh has 4 dice. 6 and 5, so that'll be 2 hits. But remember, we only get to apply 1. All right, I'm going to go ahead and finish out the rest of these. All right, that's it for the Confederate pre-attack bombardment. Now we'll do the post-bombardment Confederate artillery effectiveness check. For each rebel artillery, roll a 1d6. If a 4 or 5, flip it to its reduced strength side. If a 6, place an inactive marker on it. All right, so we're going to start. We're going to work from left to right this time. Right here. And I'm going to go ahead and work through. All right, so we ended up with 3 artillery, 1 reduced, and 3 of them became inactive. The problem with the rebel artillery is there's no way for them to become active. So we're going to go ahead, we're just going to remove them from the game. Now I want to point something out here, which we're going to get into the Confederate infantry activation stage here. So you can see that we have a bunch of units that have these inactive counters on them. Those are infantry, rebel infantry, that are going to have a chance to activate here. So we've done all the pre-turn steps. Let's go ahead and start turn 1. First step is Confederate infantry activation. So for each of these inactive infantry, which these are all infantry here, we're going to get to roll a 1d6. For roll a 4, 5, or 6, the unit becomes active. And we're going to check every turn until turn 5. On turn 5, basically all of them become activated. This just shows that Pickett's division here kind of actually started Pickett's charge first. The other infantry were kind of delayed. The timing was not perfect, which is a classic, American Civil War type thing, right? Where the actual timing was never right, or almost never right. So let's go ahead and work our way from the left to the right here. Again, it'd be 4, 5, or 6. It becomes active, which I'll just take the inactive marker off. So we're gonna go ahead and work our way over. All right, so we can see we have several units that are still inactive for now, but we do have some that are available. All right, the next step after the Confederate infantry activation is the Confederate move. Infantry get 2 movement points, artillery get 1 movement point. There is a terrain effect chart. I'll go ahead and pop it up there so you guys can see it for a second. Pretty standard. Different terrain has different movement costs. Some terrain like woods, hill terrain, or the stone wall here will give defensive benefits as well. So, all right, Confederate move. Let's go ahead and work our way across. I'm going to try to move up my artillery here a little bit. So let's go ahead and move 1, 1, 1. There's an open terrain here, clear terrain. 1, over here, 2. 1, and you can't do the woods there, so that'll be 2 in piece. Move this artillery up here, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. Let's see what that's orchard's at. Oh, that is 2 in piece, okay. And 1, 2, 1, 2. And boom, getting closer as well. So kind of moving everybody up here is at least everybody that we can. So I think that'll be it for the Confederate move. Now we have the Union move. First 2 turns, the Union do not move. They stay in their positions. Starting on turn 3, if a Union unit is not adjacent to, it's within 4 hexes of a rebel unit, but it's not adjacent, it may move. You roll a 1d6 and determine if it moves or not. Unless they're in the stone fence or they're up on Cemetery Hill, in which case they don't move. They'll stay where they are the whole game. So, all right, Union fire. Here's where they're going to start doing damage on us. So, Union artillery and infantry, they'll fire on all the closest rebel units in range and in line of sight. A Union unit can only fire on 1 target in a turn, but a rebel unit can be fired on multiple enemy units. So, the interesting part about it is that if a Union infantry or artillery is adjacent to a rebel unit, if a firing unit is not adjacent as well, it can't shoot at it because they're too close together. So that'll help us later. Obviously, right now everyone's all separated because the charge is just beginning. So let's go ahead and work our way down for all the attacks. It'll take a little bit here, but I'll show some, and then I'll do my usual speeding it up that I've been doing. The only thing that's kind of interesting here, so you see Hazlitt's guns here. Those are those Parrott guns that had a really good range. So technically those should be like off map, the scale of the map, but with the way the map is set up and everything, you just have it here, and these guys can shoot up to 10 hexes away. So, all right, but like I said, we don't have to worry about line of sight and everything like that. So opposing units block. You can't fire over your own units. The only time that happened was at the very beginning when we had our artillery. So let's get to it. So Hazlitt's guns here. Again, they have a range of 6. And what I do when I'm determining the target, it says closest. I kind of do like a line down to find who's closest. And kind of go, either way and see whoever's closest. So for instance, here, clearly down, and here it's going to be Elsham artillery here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hexes away, so it's going to hit on a 4, 5, or 6. And he gets to roll 2 dice. Okay, Snake Eyes, nothing. All right, infantry, they have a range of up to 3 hexes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So he won't be able to shoot anybody. 1, 2, 3. He's going to go for him because, again, I like to just kind of go down, and then whoever's closest either side. That's how I do it anyway for determining. So there's no specific rules on your target other than the Union will fire on the closest, in range, and in line of sight. So attack him here. That's 4 dice. 1, 2, 3. A range of 3 hexes. So it's going to hit on a 5 or 6. All right, so 2 hits and a retreat. Oh, man. So I don't think he's going to survive. So 1 hit reduces him, and a 2nd hit eliminates him. So Eshelman artillery was destroyed. Bummer for us. All right. Artillery D here for the Union. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be that right there. And he has 3 strength points. And at the range of 4, he only hits on a 6, which he does get 1 hit, and that forces a retreat. Now, I can explain retreat to you guys. So you retreat away from where the attacking fire is coming from. So because the attacking fire is kind of coming at an angle like this, he's probably going to want to retreat this way. And sometimes you're going to kind of have to figure it out yourself. Which way is it? But basically, you're retreating away from wherever the fire is coming from. So, all right. We're going to go ahead, and I'll speed it up, continue through the rest of the firing. All right, that's it for the Union fire. Look at the Confederate fire here. All right, so I'm not going to have a ton of opportunities to fire. We'll have a couple artillery. Our infantry, for the most part, are going to be too far away. It looks like right here. So too far away, too far away. This artillery can fire 1, 2, 3, 4, which at a range of 4, hits on a 6. 4 SPs. This artillery here. Okay, all misses. And then the infantry here has a range of 3, right? Yep, 1, 2, 3. So he gets to shoot. I think it's 5 strength points. Oops, I think I nudged the old map there. Sorry, guys. I want to try to keep it a little even for you guys. So Armistead attacking Senard. Okay, so 2 6s, so double retreat. You have to apply each one. So 1, 2, because another unit is going to push him back, actually. So that's how it is. You shift everything back, basically. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, so that has a chance to hit. 6 on a 6 here. Okay, Snake Eyes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Too far away. 2, 3, 4, 5. We attack him right there. He has 3 strength points. Okay, all misses, and he will attack there as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. So 3 strength points. It's on 6. Okay, nothing. So that was the Confederate fire. So let's go ahead and go on to turn 2. Start of turn 2. Check for Confederate infantry activation. We have several inactive ones. We're going to go ahead and check. I'm going to roll a 1d6. They will become active on a 4, 5, or 6. All right, we got a few of them. Okay. All right. On to the Confederate movement step. Let's go ahead and move up some of our artillery here. Continuing moving them up. We're just going to work our way left to right. Infantry, 1, 2. Infantry, 1, 2. All right, that'll be it for the movement. Union move, well, it's turn 2, so they won't move at all. Now the Union fire step, go ahead and work our way from right to left, see what they do to us. Starting with Hazlitt's guns up here. All right, that's it for Union fire. Now we'll do Confederate fire. Let's see. I have a little bit of fire we can do. All right, so it looks like our artillery here can target this infantry at Ziegler Grove here. So 1, 2, 3. Starting turn 3, first step, Confederate infantry activation. We got 2 down here. 4, 5, or 6, remember. 4, active. 2, stays inactive. Okay. All right, now the Confederate move step. Here. Be careful my moves here. Let's see, 1, 2, and there are no losses for crossing a stream or anything like that. That's just fine. And then orchard is 2 though, so that'll take 2. So 1, 2. And artillery can't enter the orchard, so you'll stay there. Let's do 1, 2. 1, 2. 2. All right, I think that'll be good for the Confederate movement here. So the Union move. We are on, let's see, is it turn 3? Maybe starting turn 3. Okay. Now we'll see if they move. So what it is if they are not adjacent, but they're within 4 hexes, they may move on a 5 or 6 and a 1d6. So for instance, over here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, he's not even close enough, so he's not going to. Artillery, I don't move them. Let's say this infantry, 1, 2. Try to move him on a 5 or 6, he'll move. 5, he is going to move, so he's going to go ahead and move 1 step closer. Artillery and infantry can stack. This infantry as well will try to move. Nope. This infantry will try to move. Nope. This infantry back here, or maybe I should say maybe try to move. This one right here, 5. Yep, he will move, so he will move adjacent. Oh, no, my bad. You see he's on the stone wall. He does not leave the stone wall, so takes advantage of the terrain. He won't be able to move any closer because there's infantry in front of him. Stone wall, stone wall. But up here, these guys will. So right here. Oh, he won't move. Right here. He will move, so he'll move down here. And then right here. Whoa. Dice are going wild today. All right, he will move, so he moves up. And see if he will move. Oh, is he on Cemetery Hill? No, he's not. So, but he rolled a 3, so he won't move anyway. All right, and then a Cemetery Hill won't move either. So, all right, that's it for Union move. Now Union fire. And go ahead and run through all that, starting with here, working our way over. All right, that's it for the Union fire. Now we can do Confederate return fire. Let's do, so starting from right, let's work our way right to left. I know sometimes I'm left to right, sometimes I'm right to left. Hey, dude, you got to mix it up a little bit, right? So we're going to do right to left in this case, out of range, and we'll go ahead and work our way through. All right, that's it for Confederate fire. So finish up turn. I hit that. Is it turn 3 or 4? I'll check the video at the end, but finish up this turn. All right, we're starting turn 4 here. You can see that our one rebel brigade was able to actually take a position on the stone wall, so doing pretty good there. He did cause retreat, and if you're adjacent as a rebel, you get to move with the unit, basically, retreat after, or advance after combat, advance after retreat, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, things are looking okay. We have unfortunately, he's kind of alone, and the rest of the units are way back here, so I don't know if he's going to survive up there by himself, but hopefully we can get some additional units up there to help him. So, Confederate infantry activation, it is turn 4, so there is one unit left. Let's go ahead and roll for that. 4, 5, or 6. 4, so he becomes active, thankfully, so that's it. So we'll be done with this step for the rest of the game. Now the Confederate move. Let's go ahead and start from right and work our way to the left. All right, that's it for a Confederate move. Let's go to the Union move. Let's see. See if they're in close enough. See if they'll even move. He's not close enough. He's not going to move. He may try. Let's see. What is it again? It is a 5 or 6. They'll move. One hit towards him. Nothing. Nope. Here. Nope. See him move down. Right here. Nope. Right here. Nope. Right here. Nope. None of these guys can because they're kind of blocked in. And then right here. Nope. All right, so that is it for the movement of the Confederates. Now the Confederates, or excuse me, the Union movement. And now the Union fire. Go ahead and we're going to work our way from right to left as usual.
All right, that's it for the Union fire phase. Now we'll do the Confederate fire step.
That's it for the Confederate fire. That's it for turn 4, so on to turn 5. All right, you can see here beginning turn 5, the rebels actually were able to move up successfully, been moving into Cemetery Ridge here, taking the angle, taking the stone wall, and things are looking pretty good for the Rebs, I would say. So, but let's play it out and see what happens. So, Confederate infantry activation, we're already done with that. So now the Confederate move step. Go ahead and start moving our guys up. Once they move adjacent, by the way, they do have to stop. Adjacent to an enemy. Kind of move these up. All right. Well, here, I'll just do it here. 1, 2. There we go. Okay, that'll work. Now the Union move. Too far away. He won't move. Infantry here. Let's see. And then move on a 5 or 6. 6, so he will move. Then you go ahead and move here. Not move. Jason, let's see if he moves right here. He does not. Let's see if he moves. No. See if he can't really move anywhere. All right, and he stays where he is. So, all right, it's going to be tough here. All right, Union fire. Let's see what the Union can do. Let's go ahead and work our way to all of our fire for the Union. All right, that's it for Union Fire. You see, they almost completely repulsed me off Cemetery Ridge here. All right, off the stone wall, all that. So not good for me. I will get to move back into most of those positions, but they did repulse me. So if the game were to end now, I wouldn't have all those victory points because you get victory points for being on those spots. So, all right, Confederate Fire. So you get to return fire. Let's go ahead. Attack him here. Work our way over. All right, that's it for the Confederate Fire. So that goes and wraps up turn 5 here. We'll continue on. Turn 6. All right, starting turn 6. First step we're going to do is Confederate move, which will be, let's see, 2, 2. All right, so looking at the game, so I'm going to call it here. I know you guys are probably like, wait, there's still, I got to play out turn 6, 7, 8. I'm telling you right now, if you can push the Union back from the ridge, you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry and additional units poised to jump up onto the ridge. You're gonna win the game, and by win, we're gonna take a look at it quick. Is the victory conditions are, if basically count the SPs, if it's 20 or more SPs that are in Cemetery Ridge hexes here. If it's 20 or more, it's a tactical victory for the rebels. 10 to 19 to draw, less than 10 tactical loss. We're at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we're at a tactical victory right now. Some of these guys are probably going to get pushed back, but we also have additional infantry coming up here. I have my artillery moving up. I'll say this, we got some lucky rolls. We were able to do got a lot of retreat results on them and push them back. And the stone wall, when I was rolling the 1d6 to see if the defensive terrain helped them, it didn't really help them. So I'm going to call it, like I said, just because I don't want to necessarily have to play out all of it, just to see what it looks to me like it's probably going to be a victory for the rebels. So, or at least a tactical victory. All right, that is Pickett's charge. So hope you guys enjoyed. I know, again, I didn't fully finish it, but hey, you get what you get, right? But I do think that it's a fun little game. It is definitely, that beer and pretzel style, super easy. Not a whole lot of like fluff to it, not a whole lot of strategy. You're basically pushing some counters, rolling dice. Like literally, that's the game. Which, considering it's this big, it takes a few dice. It's just this many counters type of game. That little folio game with literally 3 pages of rules. I mean, you could play this game. You could bring it with you, travel, and set it up and play it. Setup probably takes as long as the whole game. Obviously, the game takes a little longer when I'm playing it, just because I'm talking and I'm kind of. Sometimes I take my time because I want you guys to see what's going on. But I tried a little trick with this video to speed up some of the segments, so that way overall it would be a little faster. So anyway, good job, Rebels. Not so good, Union. Hey, it happens, right? To get ready to film this video, I played this game twice in a row. Both times were tactical losses for the Rebs, so you never know what you're going to get for sure. But again, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing the game. And I hope you enjoyed the video. So until next time, guys, later.